Welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome to what is a very good and very sweet day because we are indeed one step closer to eliminating this current board. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the motion of no confidence against Bartomeu, about the fact that stage 1 is now complete. We're going to be talking about what's needed in the final stage to force their removal and why that has to happen. It's all coming up. Things are looking good. Let's do it. Because over 20,000 signatures were presented to the club by the organisers of the motion of no confidence there, Messi and Mocio. And the club have been validating these signatures over the past few days, very slowly going through them, thinking this isn't good, this is not looking good at all, because I think over the past few days they've been hoping that the majority of these signatures weren't valid. They were hoping they could squirm out of a dangerous situation once more. But you know what? They couldn't, because these signatures, they were valid, and there's nothing they can do about it. And right here, right now, the goal has been reached. 16,520 signatures got over the line, all complete, all signed, all delivered. Bartomeu is one step closer to being removed. But of course, like I have said many times about this motion, it is not a quick process. There are several stages here that we do need to go through. That there is stage 1, and it's really important there that we've got over the line on that one. We've got momentum now behind us in this situation, and really well done to everybody who's been involved there in the organising of the motion, and of course all of you guys and everybody there on social media who's been very much behind promoting all of this. That's really important too. But of course now we're looking to that next stage. We're looking now to how exactly Bartomeu and his entire board can be removed from their positions. What happens now is that the current board must fix a date within the next 20 days for a referendum, and that referendum there will be held for all of the club's official members, of which there are around 154,000 socios at Barcelona, and the referendum will be for every single one of them. Now, in order to pass that final stage, what needs to happen is that 66.6%, so 2/3 of those who vote must vote against Bartomeu for him to be immediately removed from his position. And that means basically here, just to explain, that if every single one of those 154,000 socios did vote in the referendum, then we'd need around 102,000 socios to vote against Bartomeu. But the really key part of this is that it's only 66.6% of those who vote, which means there that if 50,000 voted, then we'd only need 33,000, and it all depends here on who comes out to vote, how many people get involved, and most importantly, if they're casting their votes against the current board. And it should be noted that at least 10% of the club's members do need to vote in order there to make the referendum active. A minimum there of 15,400 must come out there and vote in the referendum, but with over 16,000 signatures, there's no danger at all of that not happening. And of course, there is still a distance to go here. By no means is this going to be a certainty, but it's really encouraging here to be in this second stage. Now that referendum must be called within the next 20 days, and like I say, that momentum should be carrying over. More and more people should be getting behind this process, and hopefully in that referendum we can see those votes cast against Bartomeu. Which brings about, of course, the next question of what happens then if that stage is a success. That there is the final stage of the process. If that's a success, then Article 55.5 would be triggered, and as a result of that, Bartomeu and his entire board would be removed from their positions immediately. There'd be no waiting around, there'd be no, in a few days, in a few weeks. It would happen absolutely immediately after that article had been triggered. And what would happen then is actually a temporary board of directors would take charge of Barcelona until that new board and new president had been elected. Now, of course, there is the possibility that over the coming days, over the coming weeks, whatever happens in the meantime, this board, Bartomeu, could resign. That is a possibility. They may feel as though, you know what, it's inevitable now that we're going to go. They may feel that way, and they may throw the towel in. I would absolutely love to see that happen. But what I would say about that is, so many times we've read about Bartomeu thinking about resigning, possibly resigning imminently, and it's never happened. He's never had that dignity. He's never had that self-respect to actually resign and do the right thing. So in all honesty, I wouldn't get too excited about that. I wouldn't shouldn't get my hopes up there about a Bartomeu resignation. Let's focus here on completing this next stage. Let's focus here on getting over the line in this referendum, and anything else in the meantime, it will be a bonus. And what I would really stress as well is that it is important that this motion does indeed go through. It's very, very important that we get this board out as soon as possible. And why? It's simply because so they're not involved for another transfer window. If we can make this a success here, if we can remove them with immediate effect, there's every chance they're not going to be involved whatsoever in the January transfer window. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. That would be an absolutely brilliant thing to happen to this club. We wouldn't have any more of their dreadful transfer decisions. We wouldn't have any more of their dreadful planning. And that would be absolutely brilliant for us, given what we've seen not only in the transfer window just gone, but going back year after year after year. If we can actually get them out here before the next transfer window, that of course would be a massive positive for this club. And of course, guys, none of us need a reminder about exactly why this board should be removed, why Bartomeu has done an absolutely shambolic job as the president of this club. But I just want to fully illustrate it here. With all I'm going to do is show you a few pictures, because just have a look here at these images. Look at Lionel Messi, now on international duty with Argentina, and just look at the smile on his face. Look at that smile. When was the last time that we saw Lionel Messi that happy? In Barcelona, it hasn't happened for such a long time now. Whose responsibility is that? Whose fault is that? It all lies upon Bartomeu and that current board. He now has actually been forced to be more happy, more content in Argentina, where he's suffered over the past few years, where for year upon year upon year, it's been difficult for him in the national team. But even now, he's happier there than he is in Barcelona, which is a city there that he's admitted he now considers his home. This current board have forced him away from the city that he adopted of his home. That is unacceptable, of course, along with everything else they've done. But like I keep saying, the clock is ticking, time is running out. Bartomeu, you're on borrowed time. So that there, guys, is the latest when it comes to the motion. Of course, I'll keep you very much updated on any other updates we will have over the coming days. It should be an exciting time for us all. We can see now into the future. We can see light at the end of the tunnel. And this is really, really positive stuff. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, I'll see you soon with some more videos. But until next time, as always, Visca! El Barça!